yesterday I did my first run in the Nike Alphafly Next percent. So what I actually did yesterday is I actually did just like multiple runs. I did like a progressive 1 mile plus a solid 5K, and then added like some faster paces, and also I did like at the end just like, you know, an easy cool down. So the first time I put this on, I just really noticed that really nice room for my foot. It's just like just tons of room, like the toe box, and just like I said, just the overall feel. And I actually really thought that it would be like more of like a Vaporfly kind of feel, that, you know, it's kind of like narrow right here and it kind of curves right here in the forefoot. Because if you can see like the way they are like side by side, you can see that they have pretty much like similar shape. So that was actually one thing that before I thought like, would it feel like more like a Vaporfly, but actually this feels like more, I would even probably say more like a natural feel kind of, you know, kind of fit. And this is actually one thing that I was concerned about before, that you can see that, you know, the upper is just like a one-piece upper, and see like it's connected, like the tongue is connected to like just the entire upper. Because actually had some issues with this shoe. Like this is the V2 or the Zoomfly version 2, and you can see they have pretty much, or I would say it's actually similar, like it's just a one-piece kind of upper. And I just really have like a lot of problem like getting that really nice lockdown, because of course I cannot use the tongue because it's attached to it. So I like, what I do is like I try to work on like the lacing, but it's just getting like, my foot's just getting constricted, and I still don't feel that nice lockdown. Actually, I'm surprised with the Alphafly that, like I said, it's pretty much the same, but actually like it locks my foot down, I would say, pretty good. Like I said, like this shoe is actually wide, and there's actually stretch to it. So I noticed it when I was running yesterday that my foot was actually moving a bit more than I like. But like I said, it's hard for me really to feel it sometimes, but I know that if it was really bothering me, like I would probably be already like, you know, adjusting my, you know, my cadence, or trying to like adjust something, you know, like during that run. But like pretty much like the whole run was just feeling pretty smooth, and you know, I just did not like, it did not bother me that much at all. And the heel counter is pretty much the same as the Vaporfly. It has that like really nice frame right here on the bottom, and like that like foam right there for comfort. And I did not have any issue like slippage issue, or, you know, like rubbing issue. Like, yeah, it's a really solid heel counter. So I would say like just in general, the upper is like really comfortable. It has the pretty good lockdown, and it's actually like a very thin material. You can see it's actually like, you can see like some holes right there. So yeah, it's very thin, and like I said, it's just a really comfortable upper material. So, and now the midsole, you can see it's very obvious. It's like really thick and it's very high. So I don't know if you can see, like, because of the color of it, but it actually starts from here all the way down. So that's like a really thick midsole. It contains like, you know, the carbon fiber plate right here. You can see it's like there, part of it, it's black right there. So that's the plate, plus the AirPods technology right here. And then, you know, the Zoom X material, or the P-backs, you know, like midsole. So the combination of everything like here, you know, the midsole is just crazy. Like, it's really bouncy. It has that extra bounce right here on the forefoot because of like this AirPods technology, and the energy return, the bounce, basically like everything like that is like, this shoe has it. And I would say just really the underfoot feel of this, I notice it when I actually was like running more of like an easy run, easy to moderate kind of pace. You know, it felt like it's a little bit bulky because of course, like you can see, like there's just a lot of things going on right here, you know, on the midsole, on the forefoot and everything like that. So I could really feel that it's like actually kind of loud because it's kind of clunky, like, and all that kind of stuff. And I was, you know, like running like more of like an easy to moderate kind of pace. But when I was like running like the 5K, the shoe just felt a little bit more smooth, and I was feeling that really comfortable bounce. I mean, like I was really already expecting that because I already know like this kind of midsole because, you know, the Vaporfly, and this one is just like the next level, like, you know, comfort, bounce, and energy return. It's like basically like the midsole is just crazy. And also the shoe is actually very light. I would say it's not the lightest out there, you know, compared to some other shoes, like for example Vaporfly. It's like maybe like more than 1 ounce lighter than this, but just considering the way it looks, yeah, you see like how much midsole and like just the way it looks in general. Like this is, in my size, this is only 8.8 ounces, so that's still a very light shoe for this. So I would say that there's at least like couple negative things about the shoe. It's not, the first one is it's not very major issue, but actually right here, the opening right here, when I put my foot in, it's just too tight right here, like this opening right here, and I really need to push my foot to actually you know, to put this on, and I really have to kind of stretch it a little bit. So I would say, like I said, it's not a major issue. For like runners, like, you know, it's not gonna be like really a big problem because you can put this, you know, before, you know, the race. But the only problem is gonna be for triathletes that, you know, when they, you know, when they're transitioning from, you know, swim to, or from bike to running, and, you know, they can probably lose a little bit of time just putting this on because, yeah, because it's kind of tight right here. But yeah, I mean, like I said, it's not a super big issue, but yeah, a little bit, you know, like hard to put it on. And also, like I said, like this shoe is like very wide and it has a little bit of stretch to it. So I don't really know, like I said, like the first time I used it, like it felt like good. Like I said, honestly speaking, the only good thing about this is like my foot was really comfortable inside. But I don't know, like over time this thing might stretch a little bit more. I cannot really tell, of course, like right now because I only did my first run in this, but I'll see, like, you know, after, like I'm for sure gonna do like another run, like a pretty solid, you know, tempo in this, and we'll see if it's gonna feel wider or if this thing's already stretched out after my first run. But yeah, that's probably like the couple things that I can say that kind of negative about it. One thing that really amazed me about the shoe, like I said, it was like raining yesterday and I was just basically soaking wet, like my shirt, my shorts, and I really assumed that the shoe is gonna be the same. But actually when I checked the shoe like felt like pretty dry. And also, like during the run, I actually accidentally stepped like on a big puddle. So I said, like, yeah, the shoe is gonna be very wet now. But actually just my socks got really wet and the shoe just almost pretty much the same. And I came home, I actually checked like the upper, just touched and everything like that. It was almost dry already. Like, just the material is like amazing that I think the water just evaporates, or maybe it just does not really absorb the water. This is gonna be a really good shoe for, especially when it's wet out there and for longer distances, because of course, like, you know, like especially for a marathon, like your feet like sweat and stuff like that, and it adds, like, you know, the weight to the shoe. If you're wearing this, you know, like this shoe is gonna feel pretty much the same from the start, you know, to the finish line. And it's just, I mean, like, it's just really amazing. So now the question is like, do I really like the Alphafly? Honestly speaking, so far I really like the Alphafly. Like I said, there's like some issues that, you know, it could probably bother me in the future, but right now, like, I'm seeing that this shoe is like really has a really good potential. And like I said, it feels really good when I was actually really pushing the pace really hard, like when I was running like in the 5-minute pace. So yeah, right now I can say that I really like the shoe. I still have to put this in, you know, I still have to run a little bit more just to really see what the potential of this shoe really is. So this is all for today, guys. Thank you again so much for being here. I'll see you guys very soon.